Hello, how is everyone? Welcome back to Whoa Man Sky. We have a very weird canvas today. Just went to the paint store to try to get new canvases, and they had a 50% sale. So the shelf was like moths and crickets and no canvases, except for this one. We got a long one today. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm using screen capture posted by Moose Gaming in my Discord as inspiration, but I'm also going to use the shape of the canvas to kind of make it a little extra. Hey, Moose, you're the guy. That's the guy I was talking about. So yeah, let me bring that up for y'all and show you the inspiration for today. And if you want to throw that Discord link up in there, Moose, that'd be awesome, because you might be the next inspiration for my next painting or future painting. I recommend posting NMS screenshots. That channel in my server on Discord is where I look for inspiration. And sometimes I go travel elsewhere to go look for stuff, but I've been so busy lately. I'm really reliant on you guys. So, hey, Dimash, thanks for coming on. A long one. Exactly. It'll probably be kind of a short stream, but a long canvas. Here we go. This is it. This is the one. Oh, some of you guys just like get all twitchy when you see how many notifications I haven't cleared. So there you go. Here it is. This is our inspiration for the day. Really interesting flora. So, since this is a long canvas, I'm going to do kind of a transitional flora is the name of today's painting. I also got some new paints today. I'm very excited. And new brushes. So it's always fun, to bust into something new, right? So this is actually giving me, I've been always, when I do my backgrounds, using like my biggest brush, and this one has one even a little bit bigger. So I'm excited because I got that. And then I've got some other like really pretty, this round brush with this pointed tip, that can be really useful for some effects. And anyway, I'm just stoked. That's new brushes and they're pretty. And then I got this pack. So this pack came, it's folk art acrylics, and it's like a themed color pack called Festival. I imagine, the idea being like would be normally festival season to go out and go to big concerts and big outdoor areas, and everybody's doing colorful, crazy, fun stuff with their hair and their outfits. And so, yeah, there's some really beautiful bunches of color in here. And they're packaged to kind of go together or complement each other and contrast each other in wonderful ways. So I'm stoked. I'm going to try to kind of stick with all of these today. Maybe throw in some of my other paints I have lying around, but why not use the new stuff? So fun. I'm just going to break into this. Get these paints free. They are free. So there will be a lot of fun. They were not free, but you know what I mean. They're free from their packaging. Huzzah. And there will be a little bit of crinkly stuff going on as I open some of these colors. And then, what is this thing open? Oh, scissors. Almost stabbed myself in the face. Hey, thanks for the Discord link there, Moose. I don't know why it's not blue. That's weird. Hey, buddy, on mute for work. Nice. New paint and new brushes. Sweet. Yeah, no, I'm very excited. We're just going to have to probably order some big canvases online because, it's like everybody is painting. I go and hear from people that, like, that's the main thing people are doing with their kids, is they go out and they're buying art supplies for their family because, you know, there's only so much screen time you can really stomach before it's just like enough already. Well, this would have been a cool reusable thing, but it was hard to get the brushes out, and I think I broke it. I can probably fix it, but we'll do that off air. Anywho, great design. Yeah, that would have been cool. I like to reduce, reuse, recycle when I can. So, fauna, flora is the focus today. And I'm going to kind of also theme it with the environmental protections. So radiation protection, toxic protection, heat protection, and cold protection. So that's kind of we're gonna have a, the scene will sort of change and morph as we go across the canvas. I don't know, guys, it's trash. So it's blue on my screen. On PC, it says white for some reason. Oh, okay, well, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Gotta have my bubbles. All right. So we want to use the biggest brushes. Oh my God, I don't even have water. Why don't I have water, you guys? That's all right. I'll be right back. I emerge with water. It's because the floor was so dirty. I had to vacuum right before the stream. And so I just was not thinking about anything else, just like needing the kitty crumbles to be gone. Yeah. Hi, Scottish Rod. Hello, Madfish in chat. Busy building. Oh, you're building. Cool. Fun, fun, fun. I can't wait to see what you're building. She's left the room. She's misbehaving. Oh, shit. I've been caught. You were caught. I caught you. You were here. Cool. I'm glad you're here. Because I'm going to give you the only words I know to say in a Scottish accent. And that is, it's did great. It's terrible. I know. I'm sorry. But you be the judge. You tell me if I'm on the right track. All right. So new brushes, new paints. We have our water. And I'm just going to use my apron if I need a paper towel. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous to get started today. I don't know why. I think it's because everything's so new and fresh. So I am going to use I thought I might use some brown, but I'm going to change my mind. Today, I'm just going to feel it out. We're going to feel it and let the paint flow. So here we go. The blending that we're going to do today is going to work its way across in 4 sections because we're talking about the 4 hazard protections. So I'm just going to get the canvas a little bit lubricated. So our paint has no trouble flowing as we go. I'm just going to do the first half to begin. And then we'll worry about the second half in a minute. But the first area is going to be like a radiation protection planet. Yeah. And so my first radiation protection planet had kind of, it feels like a yellow atmosphere, right? And my first normal file, the first file I ever started, I woke up on a toxic planet, but then my second planet where I built my first base was a radiation planet. And I chose it because I was like, ooh, it's pink. And, looking back at it, the Earth is actually more kind of burgundy and the plants are pink. But I'm going to give this one in my mind a pink terrain with a yellow sky. Oh my gosh, Godfrey! So I'm going to have a live studio audience today. My friend is coming by, and I put out a string cheese and a soda for him. He's not here yet. And so, of course, Godfrey was like, string cheese for me? It's fine. I saved it. But, God, that cat. That silly cat. So I'm just going to shake this up a little bit. And our pink, it's going to be on standby. And then, after this radiation planet, we're going to do a toxic one. So I'm going to have some green, well, I'm actually going to do gray earth and green atmosphere. Maybe this lighter green. So that'll be what we are blending into. I should have just opened all these beforehand, but it's just been a day. I'm so busy, guys. So busy. I also bought paint for my set today. So it's just been a day of buying paint. At least for that, it's other people's money. We might need some white to get some blending done as we go. So cool. All right, that's still kind of wet. I can see it because when you look from the side, it's still shiny. And we're going to go in with our yellow and pink. Wasn't me. It was pink. It's the paint, I swear. It's the paint. All right, so we have got, and I'm going to put a little white out here because we might just need it as we go. Godfrey! Godfrey! Stop it! Okay, so we've got some yellow for our atmosphere over here in the left-hand quadrant. Alrighty. And I'm not even going to wash off the brush. I'm just going to grab some pink paint right on there. And put in some terrain here. Ooh. So it'll actually kind of blend and be a little bit like orangey pink, which is lovely. Also in my normal file, I have a beautiful planet that I built a resort on that I call Sherbert Shores, because it is exactly that. It is like this beautiful kind of yellowy orange and pink mishmash. It's gorgeous. Okay, and then right next to this, we're going to have the toxicity area. So I'm going to rinse my brush. Look, looks like Tang. And we're going to take our green and bring it into this left half. Why, hello!
Hello.
Live studio audience is here.
Hello.
That's your bubbly.
Oh, thank
And
you.
if you want it, here's string cheese.
Oh my goodness. What else am I going to get?
Great.
This is for you.
Oh, why, thank
You
you.
are quite welcome.
Ellie Mae.
Hi, kitty. Hi. What's this cat say?
That's Godfrey.
Hi, Godfrey. He's not moving, so I'm
Oh,
going to
just-
pet him.
Oh, Ellie Mae,
Hi,
everybody
Godfrey.
knows that you're here.
Hi. Your butthole is not very appealing to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, hope you're my eyeball kisses.
Oh, Godfrey's kissing Tim.
Yes. Lick my eyeball.
My friend Moose says hi to the live studio audience.
Adding.
And if you go on your YouTubes, you can see it too. MadfishMagpie is what you would search for.
Would you like a taquito?
No, I'm good.
I had to get food before it came. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all good. Really fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab some of my gray to make the earth on this side. And I'm sort of keeping them separate for now. I'm going to go in with the white and give them a little bit of friendship there. All right, cool. So there we have our toxic planet and our radioactive planet surfaces. And I'm going to rinse out my brush once again. And I normally have a much bigger cup for my water. But we're doing good. We're doing fine. So,
Another one?
yeah, so actually by the kitchen sink, there is a cup with brushes in it, and that's the one I normally fill with water.
You need water in it.
Yeah,
It's not
please.
cold.
Doesn't matter. Cold is fine. It's great. I should have live studio audiences all the time. So I will take another brush, a clean brush, just with the white paint, and marry these two together a little bit. It won't take a lot, just a little bit. Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Fabulous. Whoop. I know, I've got to do something about my studio. It works. There's just not a lot of room for stuff. There you go, Godfrey. Play with that. He loves paintbrushes.
Better than my cat. He likes elastic.
Oh, God.
It's actually dangerous.
Yeah, it really is. So I'm going to take the white and just scumble. We haven't scumbled in a long time, but that's the little tiny circles with your brush, like you're brushing your teeth. And we're going to scumble the white along the border between these two colors. And I'm not going to go into the terrain yet. I'm just focusing on the sky colors, the sky tones. So we get a nice, beautiful blend. All right. And if you're feeling like you want to soften that transition even more, go with the color that you started with on the side and scumble a little bit on the edge of where you've been scumbling. Sound check.
There we go.
I sound great. For a computer mic. So, boop, boop, boop. I brought a little bit of yellow back in just on the edge of that. And then I'll do a tiny bit more green on the edge over here. Oh, I had so much yellow in that brush still. Oh, hey, you have a member today. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's Dimesh. That's our friend. The one you know, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
He's at work listening and lurking. Cool. So up close, guys, you can see how that sort of blends together. And I'm just going to give it a little whoop, because I'm not really wanting to see the scumbling. I want it to be a little bit more smooth. There we go. And now we'll rinse out the brush again. Thank you. Better water. Now I won't make a mess. And we'll scumble together the pink and gray, which is going to be an interesting mix. So a tiny bit of white on the brush, and we'll just scumble right on the border between the two. I'm going to try to not travel too far between these two because the gray could just totally take over. So I will rinse the brush. You're going to do a lot of rinsing during this transition. Cool. Thanks, honey. You have fun too. We're going to have fun. We're going to wrap up this painting and probably go enjoy the backyard sunshine. And what I mean by that is sitting in the shade and looking out at the sun.
Enjoying it from a distance, yes.
Yeah. I know that we're birds of a feather. We like the dappled sunlight, I like to call it. Oh, and that pink was not straight pink. It had a little yellow in it. So I'll just bring the two colors on my brush over here and scumble on the edge of this white. So this transition is, it's soft. It isn't harsh. The contrast is gradual. And then just a tiny bit of the gray. Oh, and these two can be friends. It's kind of surprising, but they do work together. I'm actually going to leave a little bit more of the texture in that transition. I was smoothing out the sky quite a bit, but I'm kind of okay with a little bit of, because this is earth, right? So it's going to have some texture and gradient to it. So here, I'll show this to you guys up close so you can see what's going on. Element! Don't eat the cat food! Are you a cat? No, you are very clearly a dog.
Not what I was going for. Hello. Hi. Oh, your daughter.
Oh, she is such a dog.
She's such a dog.
She's such a dog.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you're a dog. They're excited. Oh.
You know who else thinks they're a dog? Godfrey.
I know.
He'll fetch this. If you throw this for him, he might bring it back to you.
Oh my God, Doodle loves hair ties too.
Oh!
You want that?
He wants it.
Go get it. Okay.
So, guys, look at that. I'm going to show you up close. Boom. Transition. Accomplished. Now, back to lubrication. My water's a little colored, but you know what? It's not bad. This fresh water's pretty, still close enough to clear that it'll work. So, no, this will be fine. Just a little bit of wetness because we're blending, and it makes it easier for the paints to blend. Beautiful. When I used to teach drunk people how to paint, I would always tell them when we do this part of the painting, I'd walk around and be like, you screwed up. That's terrible.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just this part. Or like if the first step was just like some white, I'd be like, you have to start over.
It's like writing your name in the SATs.
Yeah.
Like, no, you misspelled your own name.
Yeah.
No.
You fail.
You get 200 points just for spelling your own name correctly.
Well, I mean, I imagine some people really that's challenging. Hi, Mighty Monarch. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks, guys. So good to see you. All right. So radiation, toxicity. What's next? Oh, heat, extreme heat, and then extreme cold. So next, this one, we know the extreme heat planets tend to have like red Earth and orangey sky. We're using our imaginations a little bit today too. All right, new paints, so fun, but lots of plastic. Compared to many things that come in plastic, it's not so much. Although it'd be nice to figure out what I could do with the empty bottles when I'm done with these paints. Make new paints? Really?
You're right.
Yeah. I swear, once the people who have invented plastic alternatives or biodegradable plastics get it really figured out, we got to invest in that. We got to. All right, so the heat planet, okay, and then the ice planet, we'll definitely be using blues. And all these fresh colors that I'm showing you guys are from this really cool pack. It was 12 paints for 20 bucks, and they're all themed. So this is the festival theme. And so they're meant to kind of jive with each other. So I'm really excited to see how this all turns out. You know, you can't go to a festival, but you can paint a festival. You can build a festival in No Man's Sky, like we're going to do, Burning No Man. It'll be great. It's going to be a good time. Joker, you're not late. A joker arrives when he feels like it. That's precisely what he means to. That's what it is, right? That's what it is. Hey, Joker. What's up? Everybody saying, what's up? Meow Meow 10, what's up? How are you guys? Thanks for hopping on, guys. Today's painting is inspired by a post from Moose Gaming in my Discord. And it's Flora-based, but we're doing also, because the canvas, the only canvas that was available at Joann's today was a long one. It's very long. So I'm inspired by Moose and just the medium in which I find myself having to paint in. So we've got a nice long canvas, and we're doing transitional hazardous protection things with our imagination. So this is the hot extreme heat hazard protection that we're focusing on in this panel. We're doing a total of 4 panels. I'm also sort of inspired to do this painting based off a painting I did for a company I used to work for. And it was kind of like a seasonal thing. It was like spring, summer, fall, winter. And it was a really cool painting. It was one of my favorites that I did. So this is kind of along those lines, but there's no seasons in No Man's Sky. There's just planets and hazards. So that's what this is. Great. So now when you have new brushes, they can be kind of stiff. You got to moisten them up first. So this brush is now ready to go. It was very hard a moment ago. So the orange will be the atmosphere for our extreme heat planet. And we're gonna not intermingle yet with the green. We'll just do the chunk of sky over here with orange. And I'm just eyeballing these quadrants. Don't have to be perfect. And then the terrain is going to be red. So I didn't even wash my brush because orange and red love each other. They're two hot colors. And this is a hot planet, so there you go. That works. And then the ice planet is next. So we're going to do a light blue sky. No, we're going to do a dark blue sky and a light blue terrain. Definitely, I'm going to keep this brush around and work the blue in with another brush. So a dark blue sky. And a light blue terrain. Tim, do you have a PS4?
I have an Xbox One.
All right. Well, hey, you could play No Man's Sky, and it is recently cross-play.
Oh.
So you can play with anyone on PC and PS4. And it's super fun space exploration.
Nice.
It's fictional space.
I've watched you play it a couple of times. I think it looks like fun. I just need to understand how to play it.
Well, yeah. Well, and if you jump on with us, like the whole community of people, all these great fun folks we've met around the world, we love helping people out. All right, and this light blue terrain. Gorgeous. Mixing together with the dark blue. I love it. Very cool. So we're going to try to blend these two together with a little bit of white. Make them friends. And then the green over here is kind of gotten all dry, so I'm going to reinvigorate the green as well. Sorry for the bouncing screen. Agitating my water. Are you feeling better today, Meow Meow? I hope so. I want you to be onward and upward. She wasn't feeling too good. So I'm just going to reinvigorate the edge of my green with some fresh, wet paint. All right, and then I'll just grab some white, and we're going to scumble and make these two friends. Just down to the terrain. We'll stop there. And just scumble, scumble, scumble. And then to kind of help with this transition, grab a little more of that orange and work it into the edge of the scumbling we just did. So it just softens that transition a little bit. And then doing the same thing over from the green. Just a little extra. Scumble green over from that side. And the orange. And then the transition is really kind of soft. Ooh, got a bunch of orange in my green. That's okay. We're going to probably change it up here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it some clouds. I'm just going to go ahead and put some clouds in there first. Some toxic clouds in our toxic world. Toxic protection falling. Oh yeah, you know, this is like a extreme toxic storm moving in. That's what we got. It's just billowing towards our helpless traveler. Cool, that's fun. So then we'll work on this transition over here. This orange did a weird thing. Maybe you have a billowing cloud coming from both sides of this. That's cool. Yeah. Now let's focus back on the transition between the orange and the blue. We'll go back to having a clean brush so we can grab some of the white. Sorry for the bouncing screen. At least it's not bouncing blue, right? I'm focusing on enjoying watching you, Mads, so that's good. And it's good. All right, so we'll grab a little white and scumble down through the transition between the orange and the blue. Now the blue could very easily take over the orange, and so this transition in particular is going to be tough to soften. I'm going to leave that alone for a second because I forgot about the gray and the red. There we go. And the terrains, we're leaving just a little bit of texture. We're not worried about smoothing out the scumbling at all. I'm going to need to get like an extra table for my water so that I don't wiggle the table the camera's on. I mean, equipment upgrades are really important, you know, and you got to get a personal refiner. First thing, you need a personal refiner. There we go. Oh, Ellie Mae, you sound so tortured. Such a tortured life she lives. That is cool. All right. Back to the blue and orange. And the blue and red, which we might as well use this again. So blue and white, they're easy to make friends, right? And then white and red is pink, so they like each other too. And pink and blue is purple, which, I mean, who doesn't like purple? Such a good color. So these, you just got to work that transition so you get a nice, like, pretty periwinkle scumble going on. And we'll leave that kind of textured. Also, the frozen protection planet, I'm going to bring a lot more white into that terrain because it's usually covered in snow. So I'm just going to not worry about blending out the white so much over there. The transition here between the blue and red needs a little help. It's too harsh. So I'm going to rinse my brush, grab a little extra red, and just work it in right there. So the transition is just a little more gentle. It's great. Ever since my live audience got here, my cat's causing me less problems.
Come here, Godfrey. Oh, I love cats.
I know it. It's great.
You just gave up food. That's something. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, he likes stomping on people.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'm glad I turned around and saw that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Sorry. Is he winking at you?
Yes. His brown eyes are
So yeah, we'll just grab a little bit of orange and zhuzh up this transition right here. Orange and blue, they are tough to make friends. It's going to be kind of a weird greenish brown in between these two, and that's all right. Now, we got to bring back the blue. You basically just keep rinsing your brush and going back and forth between the two colors that you're trying to blend. And just trying not to work too far into either one. Oh, I think we're going to get it this time. Ah, yeah, that's not too harsh. It's definitely tumultuous, but it's not too harsh. It's sort of a softer look. Yeah, yeah, I love that word. Sometimes playing No Man's Sky can be tumultuous. Especially like survival, permadeath, all that stuff.
Shit. Rebecca got off work early.
Oh, you gotta go?
I do. But
Aww.
you enjoy that.
Hey, but did you okay.
Yeah.
Hang on guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. No.
What?
You enjoy that.
Oh, I love you.
See you tonight.
See you tonight. Tell Becca I'm glad she's off work, but I'm bummed you had to leave.
What's that?
Tell Becca I'm glad she's off work, but I'm bummed you had to leave.
I shall. Bye.
Bye.
Studio audience. Or,
Our studio audience is farewell, everybody.
we don't need to come there enough.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
I think I just broke my toenail. That's okay. Too busy, doing too many things. It's always like this. I just wanted to see what would happen if I blended one by finger. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to show that to you up close. Check it. All right, so we've got some good transitions going on. And like I said, I want to add a little extra like snowy texture to our frozen world over here. Just a little bit of dabbing, not like this. Just dabbing the paint and letting it sort of blend with what's already there. And then we want to give the rest of our terrains some texture and love and care. And like I said, the radioactive planet that I built my first base on had pink, lots of pink mineral deposits and whatnot. So I think I'll do like some of those little column type mineral deposits. To give them texture, I'm doing some dabbing as I go. And the real star of the show in each of these is going to be a single tree. And it'll be the trees that, I know that the trees do change on every planet, but I want to do like a repetition painting. So we're going to repeat the same tree, but on all the different planets. I'm just giving all the ground some texture. This one's snow, here's some mineral deposits, and then for the toxic world, that usually has sporal, kind of fungi looking pieces, flora. Sweet. Don't fall, Matt. I know, I was being silly. Dab. Moose is dabbing in the chat. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here, dropping likes. If anyone's hopping over to Beeple Bum and screen hopping, tell them I say hi. So this is a pretty like kind of teal that came with the new paint pack. And we're going to do some beautiful teal shroomy flora. So these are fun. They kind of look like puppy noses. And then what's the flora you guys think of, or a mineral deposit you think of on extreme heat planets that really stands out to you? Back to lurk. Remember to smoosh the like, guys. Thanks. Thanks, meow meow. Phosphorus. Ooh, okay. So like a spot of phosphorus. The terrain's already pretty red. Which floor are you talking about? Or what shape? I mean, like what shape of deposit? Because, well, I know there's, you know, the sparkly deposits. I could try to do one of those. Just not sure how to. I don't have a shiny red. I have gold. I could make like almost a copper deposit. It's a pink sparkle. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think. I could do pink with maybe some gold on top of it. Maybe that's what I could do. Metallic finish. These are pretty much the same. I'll try that. Copper's good too. We could do a couple little spots, and I'll see if the pink won't be friends with the gold. Let's see. All right, I'm mixing some pink and gold together. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It is very sparkly. Or shiny, anyway. That's cool. I like that. I think I want to do a second coat on the gold. I made it nice and thick. So it's gonna, when it dries, it's gonna really pop. That's awesome. I'll hold you up close. Cool. So next we're gonna throw in here our pretty trees. And in the picture that Moose submitted, there's two colors. One is kind of a darkish pink and the other is purple. And I think I'm going to use, because we've used all the other colors except purple on each of these. So we're going to go with purple across the board. But we might augment it a little bit just so it's blending into its environment. Purple and brown for the base. Hello, Captain Steve. Washing up and watching. Ah. Well, thanks, Captain. I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like. Love those transitions you got going. Awesome. Thanks, Mighty Runner. Yeah. This is a fun piece that we are doing today that's really more from our imaginations because it's all the different toxic protections type of planets. And so here we are with the radioactive. And though the flora changes from planet to planet, I am sticking with the same tree because this painting is thematic. And I'm going to use my new round brush with a pointed tip. I'm so excited. See how when they're new, they're like super stuck together? So brand new brush, you're going to get it in some water first. Squeeze out the excess water. And I'm going to lay in the trunks for all these trees. They start with a thick base and they have a thin bottom, which is why this brush is really useful because as you release pressure, the skinnier tip is what's being used. When you're putting on pressure, the thicker the line will be. So we'll use pressure when we start the base of the tree. But then as you go up, just release pressure and you'll come to a point. And repeat. You know, that's Godfrey. Being himself. All right. Oh, you guys can't even see that side. Sorry. So we got 4 similar trees in different environments. I'm using all new brushes today, a whole new set of paint that's thematic. Oh, jeez, Godfrey. Oh, serious? Sorry, guys. I had good lighting. There we go. Better. So, yes, the trees have, I'll show you the picture for all those just joining us. Our inspiration for today's photo, for today's painting, is this screen capture that Moose Gaming submitted. So those are the trees that I'm focused on today. I really dig them. And I'm going to mainly use the purple ones. So they're kind of like a flower shape. So I'm going to give these kind of a bulby little petal. That comes to a bit of a point. It's kind of like an upside down heart. Cool. Filling that in. Now, again, I know that the flora changes from planet to planet, but we're just doing a bit of a stylized cake today. Hello, all hands are wet, still washing up. Yeah, Godfrey, I know. I thought for a second he broke my light, but it was just because he pulled on the cord and it came out of the wall. Love those transitions. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, this is going to be a cool one. I think I'm just going to do a few finishing touches and we'll call it good for the day. These trees do have kind of like the Kermit the Frog collar. So with a detail brush, I'm just going to go in and give it a little pizzazz down here. I'll hold this up close so you guys can see it a little better. And then they do kind of have the trunk color comes up around the petals a little bit. That's still very wet purple, but I don't mind if they blend a little bit. So we're gonna give it a little, it's like it's being hugged. Gives it some extra texture. And maybe just smooth out the bottoms a little bit. All right, I'm gonna hold that up close for you guys so you can see each one of these. Cheezo pizzo. Well, wasn't the worst accident that's ever happened. So here we go. We're gonna clean that up a little bit. Cheezo pizzo, love it. Congrats on not swearing. Thanks, Captain Steve. Yeah. That looks amazing, Madfish. Moose, did you type that before or after my accident? Yeah, it's all right. You know, it could have been way worse. So, like, I'm pretty pleased with the fact that it wasn't. We'll see if I can avoid screwing it up by overworking it. Okay. After. Okay, well, cool. Thanks, Moose. You know, every accident's an opportunity for redesign. And you can apply that to many parts of your life. Sometimes the things that like don't feel good when they happen open opportunities for other things. And what I wanted to do before that debacle was take a little bit of the light blue and the dark blue and kind of make some stormy looking essence up in the sky around the flower in the frozen planet, because that's going to just help show some of how hazardous it can be, one, and it'll help the purple stand out from the dark blue. So just like might be a little too much light. We want it to feel like these clouds are formulating out of the dark blue sky. So let me get some more of that dark blue on here. And we'll scumble all of this. So that whole wintry side is very textured over there. When it dries, it's going to look so cool. It's starting to feel like my radiation planet needs a little extra something over there. It's not very textured. So, I mean, even my heat planet's a little bit like, we need more heat. We need more heat. Aw. See, I'm overworking it now. Should have just left it alone. It's going to be all right. That tree's just a little fatter than the others. And then, yeah, this radiation needs a little more radiant feel. So I'm gonna get a wiry brush. Wiry brushes are great for texturing stuff. And some of my yellow, do a little bit more gaseous effect in from the sides. There we go. Oh yeah, that's totally like a good bit of radiation there. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. Today's painting's pretty simple. I was limited on canvas choices at Joann's today. There was a run on canvases, 50% off. I totally get it. But I'm going to have to order some canvases online. So you could definitely keep working on this and adding more details and putting more interest onto the terrain and whatnot and your little mineral deposits and whatnot. But I'm going to call that good for the day. We've had some fun. I've got to clean up my arm. I'm afraid I'm going to drop this thing again. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you had a good time. You can do this at home yourself with acrylics if you want, or anything, crayons. Let this inspire you to come up with your own thing. Don't forget to hop on my Discord and post some pictures in the NMS Screenshots channel. That is where I look for inspiration quite frequently. I'd love to see what kinds of beautiful photos and screen caps you guys are taking out there of No Man's Sky. And yeah, the accident really put things in motion. It sure did, Moose. Hey, thanks, Scottish Rod. I'm glad you had fun. I did too, and I look forward to next Thursday for our next painting tutorial at 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And then, of course, I'll see you in the chats on MadfishMagpie's channel. Tomorrow is weekend mission day, and so we are waking up early. We've got an early morning survival stream at 8:30ish, and then we hop off when Captain Steve starts streaming his weekend mission to check it out and say hello in the chats. Then we hop back on and do our own weekend mission with some friends. So look for that. We're gonna start off No Man's Sky weekend doing it right. Whoop, whoop. Love you, Mads. Love you too, Man Mountain. Thanks for all of the love, you guys. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you all later on. Bye.